School nerd gets bullied every day, so he makes his bully blind. There was a kid in my school named Marco. He was your everyday kid, a little skinny, and I remember him being slightly geeky. If you left your pens unattended, he'd disassemble them before you turned back around in your seat at times. Besides that little quirk, he was generally nice, polite, and fairly helpful. One day, though, he does this little pen thing to a bully. Let's call him Polo. Polo is huge but with fat. He looks like if you drilled 3 holes into him, a giant could use him for bowling. He's not nice and he's not handsome, but he's got a posse of equally disgusting friends who all gang up together to bully others. I suspect that if they hadn't ganged up with each other, they would have been bullied. Perhaps they had been in the past, and got a taste of power over others when they ganged up. One day, I saw Marco with a swollen eye and wet hair. He's limping a bit too and his backpack is ripped. I ask him what the hell happened. Turns out Polo threw him into a bathroom stall by his backpack, which ripped. The toilet got him in the knee, and Polo shoved his face into the water, bashing his eye into the seat. I ask why Polo had done this to him and he says it was because he had taken his pen apart. It was just a Bic Cristal or some cheap pen like that. Things slowly escalated over the next few weeks. Eventually Marco has to take time off when Polo strips him naked in the bathroom except for his boxers and makes him shove them into the toilets. The school, being full of your typical assholes, tries to expel Marco for damage to school property, and does nothing to Polo. This is stopped by video evidence of the gang leaving the bathroom laughing and rifling through Marco's backpack, then tossing it in the trash. When Marco comes back, he's different. He's not happy, he's quiet and subdued. He doesn't talk to anyone and bruises magically appear on him between classes. He withdraws into himself and begins to look positively skeletal. Of course, no one at the school does anything except the one nice jock. He comes across Polo stealing Marco's backpack and folds Polo into a trash can. Of course he's suspended, but he does it again when he comes back. The teachers give up on suspending the jock after his parents threaten to sue. The fact that someone bothered to stand up for him seems to have given life back to Marco. He starts opening back up and putting weight back on, which is very good. One day he's wearing a scarf. A very special, beautiful knitted scarf. His grandfather had knit it for him before he died. Polo steals it and comes back the next day with a bag of ashes, handing it to Marco. He laughs hysterically. Marco comes back the next day with a backpack full of sugar-free Haribo gummy bears. Polo, being the glutton that he is, steals every single bag of bears and eats them by the fistful throughout the day. Marco cries, but I remember something in his sobs didn't quite reach his eyes. That was his plan all along. The sugar-free gummy bears would destroy Polo from the inside. Near the end of the school day, Polo lurches out of the classroom and bolts for the bathroom. He doesn't come back the next day. Or the next. Someone says they saw blood in the bathroom. Polo comes back a few days later with an eye patch and mottled, fading bruises all across his face. He's permanently blind in his left eye and the bruising makes him look like a ripening fruit for as long as it lasts. He's in and out of school for doctor's appointments for a while. He didn't mess with Marco again and instead became very introverted and quiet. The reports of blood in the toilet of the bathroom he went to were never confirmed, but it's quite likely.